So Henry Cejudo came out and said that he won't fight in Vegas due to the whole Nick Diaz thing. What's your reaction to that, even if it's a title shot?
That's fine. You know, that's Henry Cejudo's decision. I'm sure the UFC can find another contender, guys who have more win or successful fights in the UFC. But at the end of the day, you know, each time the UFC's offered me a fight, when I was back in the WEC days, I've never turned down a fight. And, you know, Henry Cejudo, he's in control of his own career, and he do what he wants.
Do you have any reaction to the Nick Diaz situation at all?
No, I mean, like I said, I've done multiple things about that. It's a very unfortunate situation. I just found out the whole logistics of everything that would happen through the whole failed drug test and all that stuff. Yeah, it sucks. It absolutely just sucks. But like I told everybody, like, you know, I enjoy fighting in Vegas. I've been tested 5 times by the Athletic Commission prior to my Chris Carriazo fight. Every test came back negative. My prior fight to John Dodson in UFC 191, I got random drug tested when I was swimming in the pool. You know, USADA was, you know, I came up after a round and I saw this woman and she goes, "Hi, Demetrious Johnson." I was like, "Ma'am, that is me. Do I owe you money?" She goes, No, I'm here to collect some samples." I gave her my my samples, and then I got tested, you know, by Athletic Commission. Both tests came back, you know, clean. So, and a lot of people might say it's corrupt or whatever, but I don't look at that, you know. This is Demetrious Johnson's career, and I'm focused on my career because at the end of the day, nobody else is taking care Demetrious Johnson, only I am. So Vegas is a good gig for me. I love fighting there. It's very unfortunate after Nick Diaz.
How nice is it to know you're not going to have to hear John Dodson say much for the next probably year, 2 years?
It doesn't bother me, man. Like I said, prior to the fight, you know, everybody was thinking there was a lot of trash talk going back and forth, but that's just coming from his end. It's just one-sided, you know. Like I said, I'm not in high school anymore. This is a business for me. This is how I provide for my family. I don't take it as a joke. I take it very seriously. And yeah, I mean, it's great to not hear anything, but I'm pretty sure I still will hear stuff. And at the end of the day, we can fight again, and then I will handle my business inside the octagon.
You said that, you know, no one else is going to look out for you other than you. When we spoke with Henry, he stopped short of saying union, but he did talk about sort of the need for some of the higher profile fighters to organize, to have a voice when stuff like the Nevada Athletic Commission might target a fighter. Do you see there being, you know, space for that?
You know, I don't. Like I said, when I started this game, my first paycheck was $500 to fight, $500 to win. And, you know, I've been at the very low. I've fought in the professional leagues and made, you know, I came out negative just because my MRI was 3,000. I lost a fight and I had a broken hand. So I've been at the bottom of the barrel and I've climbed my way up to this spot that I've been. So I've worked very hard. And I believe, you know, if a person wants to get, if you, there's nothing in this sport that says you cannot make a good living. It's all about if you're a great fighter and you're great with the media. At the end of the day, I've worked my way up to this point. So the people who came down here and you know, there's people who fight in the UFC who made more than I made when I first started. When I fought Kiyamoto, I made 5-5. He made 15-15 just because his name. But for me, you know, who knows, down the career, down the path of mixed martial arts, there could be a voice for the fighters. But for me, if something's not right, I have Matt Hume to stick up for me and fight for what's right for me.
On another note, Ali and Joe are fighting. You fought both of them. How do you see this fight going?
It's gonna be very interesting. You know, Joseph, he has a certain style that he does, and Ali has a certain style, and obviously I fought both of them, and my style is different from the guys they fought. So it could be a bar burner. You know, the Dagestan guys are doing very well. They're very good about just going out there and exploding their opponents. Joseph is a veteran, so we're just gonna have to watch and see who's gonna mix it up and who's gonna be able to execute the game plan.
You've been such a dominant fighter in the division so far. You know, in your opinion, who do you say is most deserving of a title shot?
That's not my place to say. You know, I can look at it 2 different ways. You know, a lot of people are nobody's actually calling for it, but you know, people are saying, you know, Joseph might be next. Which is fine. You know, I'm a competitor. This will be the 3rd time go around, so I think people might revert back to. A lot of people are reverting back to what Dana White says, like nobody wants to see it. So they're like, you know, nobody wants to see that. But for me as a competitor, I was like, I don't care. I want to fight whoever's going to give me to that number, breaking the title defenses. Obviously, the marketing thing would be obviously Henry Cejudo because he's undefeated. He's a gold Olympic medal wrestler. I never fought an Olympic caliber fighter. Wrestler. So I think, you know, as a business standpoint and a marketing standpoint, that would be the match to make. But obviously he has Formiga, and if Formiga wins, people are gonna be like, well, Formiga's lost. He got knocked out by Joseph. He got knocked out by Dodson. So there's not that mystic around him to where Henry Cejudo has that. But for me, I don't give a damn. I just want to fight.
As a competitor, though, you know, that challenge of fighting an Olympic wrestler, that has to excite you a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. You know, like I said, you know, I was talking to Matchmaker in the UFC, and he goes, "Dude, you heal faster than the contenders." I was like, "Dude, I'm healed. I'm you know, before I came out to Houston, my weight was 139.9, so I'm just a small guy, and I'm ready to go." And I told him I want to fight February, and he goes, "Well, dude, I gotta wait to see how people heal." He goes, "I'm sorry," and I was like, "Sean, you sound like you taking money out of my pocket, my friend. That's what that sounds like to me." So we'll see what happens. You know, like I said, I'm healthy, and after this trip, I'm gonna get back home, get my gi back on, and start, you know, learning, keep on learning the process of jiu-jitsu and staying healthy, and just waiting for that phone call.
After your last fight, Dana said he had something kind of working for you.
Nah, he don't know.
Have you any idea?
I have no idea. You know, and who knows? You know, me, Dana, Lorenzo, and Frank, we're not, you know, we don't talk, you know, we don't talk. You know, my job is to be ready for when they give me that call, and we accept that fight, what they want to offer to us. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys are like, who knows, he might do Ultimate Fighter. I already told this guy straight up, I'm not gonna, you know, do Ultimate Fighter 125, because I don't believe in, if I'm gonna do Ultimate Fighter, I'm gonna give my heart and soul, training the guys, teaching the guys what makes me successful as an athlete. I can't do that to another 125er. Like, I'm not going to coach somebody, give him the trade of the secret, which made me successful, when down the road I might fight him 2 or 3 or 5 years down the road. So
You don't want to groom somebody to challenge
why
you?
that does not make sense to me. That's why I never cross-train with any of these guys. You know, you've seen Ali and Dodson train together. You just seen a lot of 25ers train together. But in my eyes, we're all competitors. We're all trying to make money, and that's why I don't train with anybody else.
So you don't believe that teammates should fight teammates?
No, I know that's their gig, but you know, we never came across that in AMC where teammates fight teammates. You know, at the beginning of my career when I was an amateur, we would fight South versus North. It would be AMC versus AMC. So we're gonna fight legit amateur guys, but as a professional level, we've never come across that boat to where, you know, you have Greg Jackson, Duke Rufus, Nubiano. You know, Greg Jackson, he has, you know, 2 or maybe 3 125ers. Team Alpha Male, they have, you know, Lance Palmer, Chad Mendez, Uriah Faber, TJ Dillashaw, Joseph Benavidez. I'm sure they have a couple other 25ers. Not in the UFC yet, but if they keep on being very successful, they're going to have to cross that bridge, and they're going to have to go through the whole. Imagine if Uriah Faber and TJ Dillashaw weren't on the same team. There would be, okay, that's the next fight. Uriah, you're fighting for the championship. There won't be that kind of. That bad blood. I'm not saying there is bad blood, but there would be no hesitation to where it's like, sweet, TJ Dillashaw, let's say he just beat Dominic Cruz. All right, you're our favorite, you're up next. Then boom, you're up next. So
as you mentioned, it's kind of hard for you to find an opponent. Like, is that frustrating, or is that just a great problem to have?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't want to say it's a problem to have. I just think we're at this period in mixed martial arts where we're trying to find the next marketing fight. You know, if this was just a pure sport where we don't care if this person is 10-0 and everybody in the world doesn't have no idea who it is, it wouldn't be a problem. You know, it's just, this is a business and it's also entertainment, so they're trying to make sure the next fight, you know, does very well, I guess you can say.
Is it challenging for you knowing that might keep you on the sidelines for longer than you want?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say 100%. You know, I want to stay busy any way I can, and obviously, you know, when people get better in mixed martial arts, it's not by fighting a lot. You don't get better by fighting. You get better by taking time off. When you have the time off, going in the gym, learning the basics, going over the basics, having a coach that's willing to go, who has the knowledge to teach you. You know, a lot of these guys, I believe Matt Hume is probably the most knowledgeable person in this sport. He doesn't get a lot of credit, and he's not looking for the credit from the media and media people running him down. But he's able, when I go and train with him, he's able, okay, we're going to break it down. This is what you do. When I first fought Pickett, you know what he said? You know, people were giving Conor McGregor a bad time on Ultimate Fighter. And he goes, you fell down like a pussy. You gave him that fight. You did this and this and this. When I first started fighting, that's how Matt told me. When I fought Pickett, he goes, garbage. That's not going to get you anywhere. You're basically holding him down to you, bro. You're not doing anything right now. So when Conor was doing that, I was like, yeah, Conor's right.
Sounds familiar.
That's like, sounds very familiar. So Matt's able to do that to me. Even when I win my fights, he's like, okay, dude, you did this. That should have been a knee. You should be doing that. And when somebody's able to tell you that, and I respect his word, I mean, his insight, and my other coach, Brad, it makes me change, become a different fighter.
What did Matt say about the Dodson fight to you? Did he?
Oh, he said there's a couple knees that didn't find their mark, in the liver, because each time I come up, Dodson's so worried about the takedown that he goes like this. So when a person goes like that, this is all open. So I'll come up and try to, I didn't come up and throw that knee, snap the head, shoot down and take my double. So when we're doing that, Matt's like, hey, we didn't find the mark. But me taking the leg up in a single leg and pushing him against the cage, throwing the punches and doing an elbow, we didn't train that one day in the octagon. We didn't train that one day. But since I'm such a well-rounded fighter, I'm like, okay, I got your leg. What are you going to do? You're going to give me the shot? You're not? You're going to bounce around leg? Perfect. I'll put you against the cage. I'll throw some shots. Elbow. Oh, it's landing. I'll keep on doing it. I kept him reverting back to that. Then when he started defending it, I went here, boom, back elbow. Matt showed that to us maybe a year and a half ago. So when I pulled that off, Matt's like, damn, good job. You have a good memory bank. But that's the things you get for being a well-rounded fighter and not relying on one aspect of mixed martial arts. I can go into a fight and be like, touch gloves, fight. Okay, what you gonna try to do? There's a feint, there's a cross, boom. Okay, you're doing this, you're this. I can dig in my tool bag and I'm like, okay, this is what he's giving me, this is what I can do, and then go about breaking my opponent down or beat him the certain way that I know how to.
As a student